For the three men in front of him are the ones to watch. Watson, Bevan and Stewart in pursuit of Jan Rahula.
Mark Fuel in transition, you'd have the split. Fuel, have you got a split there?
Yeah, Jan Rahula, 25 seconds.
Well,
so they're only making up about 5 seconds a lap. At this rate, Jan Rahula would win 10 seconds ahead. But I can tell you, if Jan Rahula is ahead on that last lap, they won't get near him because the crowd will carry him home, and then it will be a sprint for the minor placings. And Miles, it seems contentious to sit there. I would have thought he would have been out chasing Jan Rahula, but maybe they don't have the speed at the moment. Peter Robertson is the one who's making up big ground, and Andrew Johns still out there, still bleeding, and he's just behind Peter Robertson. And the grit and determination on these guys' faces, I can tell you, they are hurting, and the crowd loves it.
Well, there's Jan, and he would have had a good look at the men chasing him on that last loop. Craig Watson has tried very hard to take Stewart and Bevan up with him. Smart racing from Stewart and Bevan. Watson's running well. They're just going to sit with him, let him break that wind in front of them, and let him carry them up to Jan Rahula. But time is running out, not for this bloke, but for the chasers.
Here's the man today. He has got the form. He looks the goods to me, Bill. He really does. I thought it may have been a mistake to go off the front, but he does look strong running. This will be the biggest upset in Formula One history, and one of the biggest upsets in world triathlon history for that matter, because you just don't beat this calibre of athlete very often. In fact, it almost never happens, but he looks like he's going to take it out. What have we got, 2 laps left, Mark?
Look at Bevan, look at Bevan. Here comes the surge. He's putting it in hard now. Watson trying to stay with him. Stewart there just tucked in behind. He's been doing that for the whole race. Stewart looks so well. And yet Rahula still has this big lead. Can they pick him up? Is he going to start to blow up? That's the other thing we haven't factored in. I mean, Mark Fuel mentioned the lap times there, and based on those, he can afford to drop 5 seconds a lap and still win. But he may still blow up, and the others may still pick him up even faster, Mark Fuel.
Oh, look, Jan Rahula will crawl across the line if he has to. I reckon this could well be his race. It was a 20-second lead on that lap, so he's losing 5 seconds a lap. So as I said, if it stays as it is, if the other guys don't increase their speed, he maintains it, it'll still be a 10-second win. Here he comes down into the chute. Look, this is the end of his second lap. I reckon Jan Rahula has got this. The Czech Republic is going to go berserk if he crosses the line, and he looks strong to me. I think he's picking the pace up.
Well, I hope he is, because I know the others are. While you were speaking there, Mark, we had a shot of Bevan. He is absolutely flying in front of Stewart and Watson. I can just see them in the back of the shot there. So Jan had better get a move on, because they are picking up their pace, and they will put in more than 5 seconds on him on the next lap at that pace. It'll be very interesting to see just how much they've cut him down by as he turns again.
Well, the thing is, Bill, that Bevan knows he has to get away from Stewart and Watson, because if he gets in a sprint, he will not take them.
Bevan
has moved away. Rahula's still got the lead, but Bevan's certainly closing it now. May only be about 10 or 12 seconds, Mark Fuel, as they come past you. It's Bevan who's striding out after Rahula.
He is going crazy.
It's 15 seconds. And they are wheeling Brad Bevan.
This is an unbelievable finish. Bevan is absolutely flying. I don't know if Miles can go with him at this point. He's dropped about 10 metres on Brad. Look at Bevan now. He's coming up past Ben Sanson. There's Miles in the distance trying to stay with him. And then Craig Watson. You're looking at second, third and fourth. How close to Jan Rahula are they? There's Jan. He's coming down now. Oh, Collie Terrace must seem like the Sahara Desert to Jan Rahula. There's just that much of an expanse between himself and what would be a career best victory.
About 250, 300 metres to go. Chris McCormick gives him a pat on the back and a push. You can see the grimace on the face. Brad Bevan would have a sniff here. He can see Rahula, but he's probably got enough. He's probably got enough to win this. Bevan has broken Stewart. He's broken Craig Watson.
But here's Rahula, the race leader. Can Bevan catch up? He is absolutely blitzing the rest of the field, but he is still got to catch this man. There's Bevan in the distance there, looking back. I don't think he's close enough. Rahula should be able to do this now. He's just coming round for the last turn of this race, and he has about 40 metres left to travel to win. Bevan is flying, but he's another 40 metres back. Jan Rahula is going to pull off the upset of the triathlon year, perhaps of the decade. What a magnificent victory for Jan Rahula of the Czech Republic in round 1 of Formula One. This is a memorable race indeed. Brad Bevan second, Miles Stewart will take third.
Craig Watson coming over in fourth.
That is a heck of a performance in itself. Wow.
I tell you what, Bill, in sporting contests sometimes it does pay to take a gamble. Rahula did take a gamble there, and it really paid off for him today.
Yeah, well, I've got Rahula with me and a very emotional finish. You've got some fans here. Fantastic race.
Yeah, thank you. I didn't believe it. I thought I would play the game hard all the way through, and in the second half I knew that I had really good base, even though I had a bit withdrawal with my injury on my shin, but I just said to myself, try it on the bike and hang on.
Well, you were so strong on the bike, and now you're the second international. Spencer Smith is the only other international who's ever won a race in the Formula One.
Yeah, it's great. I don't know what to add.
Well, congratulations, Jan. We'll let you catch your breath. Well done.
Thank you. It was a great race. I really love Adelaide as a city. I've got some friends here, and it was a great pleasure for me to win this race.
All right, Billy, back to you.
Jan, what's been your preparation?
That's incredible stuff, and he's one of the nicest guys too on the circuit, and one of the best imports we've had in this series. He fits in so well with the rest of the tour. Francis McDonald is with the man who Jan has beaten today.
That's right, I'm with Brad Bevan here. Can't get enough fluids into him after racing in this heat. Congratulations, Brad. What a fantastic finish that was.
Yeah, it was very hard, and first race up, I'm very pleased with that. One better than last year. Jan just had an awesome race. He had a gutsy race, and we thought we'd catch him, but he sort of got that much ahead, and he got a bit of adrenaline going, I think, and just pulled away.
How was the feel of the race compared to last year? We've noticed a few new faces up in the leading packs.
Yeah, it was very fast paced the first half of the race, and I seem to get better as the race goes on. There was a bit of a crash about 3/4 of the way through, which worked to our advantage, so that was okay, but yeah, it was very fast. But today's race for me was for a little girl up in Cairns that passed away last couple of weeks ago of cancer, for Renee, so this is for her.
And Brad, you came into this race as a bit of an unknown quantity after taking the international season off. You just really seem like you haven't lost anything at all.
I think I have. I'm still building. I've got a long way to go. I'm probably 90%. I've got a few areas I've got to work on, a bit of speed work and that, but that'll only come as the series goes on.
Congratulations on the effort today, Brad. I'm sure we'll see you back in that yellow leaders jersey at some stage in the series.
I hope so. We'll see. Thanks.
Who knows? Jan Rahula said before the event, the series that is, that he preferred the sprint races to the longer distance races. So Brad may have a battle on his hands, not just for one round, but for the entire series. Although that indicates from that interview that he'll get a lot better. And he races very, very cleverly.
Well, Bill, I think that Brad actually mentioned about the crash there, and I think that did have a bit of a factor on today's event. I think Johns and Peter Robinson was certainly disadvantaged, obviously.
We'll be back with more to wrap it up. You have to be happy with that one. What a great start to the St George Formula One Triathlon Series. At the top of the show, we must have named about 10 athletes who could challenge Brad Bevan in this particular race. And I'm not unhappy to say that Jan Rahula wasn't even among those. A marvellous performance today. He set this thing alight, but he wasn't the only one.
Well, Craig, congratulations today. 4th place. I think it's the best result ever by somebody coming into their first race. What were your impressions of Formula One?
Oh, it's a very good race. I've heard the Australians talk about it. They rave about it all the time, so I was really happy to start, and it was really well organised, good crowd, and yeah, it's great racing. Loved it.
Well, it was a good day for the internationals. What are your hopes and intentions for the rest of the season?
Well, we all want to do well. Now I think it's about time the Australians sort of got a rev up. So Jan will be really happy. I'm happy for him, and all us internationals are going to give it a go this year.
Great, well done, and there you are, Billy. The internationals are gunning for the Aussies this year.
So they should too. It's about time. Here are the series points. Marvellous performance from Jan Rahula and a valuable 2-point break there. He gets the bonus of 2 for winning this particular round. From there on, it goes down by 1. As you can see, Craig Watson picking up 17, Chris Hill and Peter Robertson. Very unlucky, Peter Robertson, in this race, as was Andrew Johns. In the top 7, though, that won't hurt them too much. Courtney Atkinson stuck on pretty well. We're getting into the young Australian talent here in Levi Maxwell. Greg Bennett coming back into the series and uncertain about his performance. Mark Lees nearly in the top 10. Chris McCormack, the former world champion, having a tough one today. Ben Sanson, Lota leader, a few places down on where he finished in his series debut here last year. Tim Don will learn a lot from that performance. Reed, Slater and Shane's brother Matt back in 18th. Bryce Quirk and Lochvolmer House, Keller, Carter and Karlefeld missing out on a point because they were a lap down on the bike and therefore were forced out of the race. But Mark